earthquake. Well, a giant created an amazing creation for the ancient Chinese. It was OMG for the people. There are 8 dragons on the top pointing into different directions: north, east, south, southwest, west, north. You would know if your family was in trouble right after where they were, but no one knows how to make one now. There are no instructions. The basic things you need to live with is clean water, food, shelter, and clothes. Medicine was created and had helped a lot of people from death sicknesses. Civilization was not easy to build in the ancient times. There were heavy stones to be hand-carried up rocky roads. Nowadays, people have trucks, machines to pull the stones, and parts of a tall building. Not everyone liked the government, because the government had the power to kill whoever he wanted to kill. The king had the power to order his soldiers to fight the town folks. Leisure was simple those days. Kids climbed trees, rock throwing, and kids made their toys out of bamboo. Not like nowadays, you could download apps on your iPhone and tablet easily. Nowadays, it is called the electronic days, science days. In ancient China, most families had more than 7 children at birth, but because of diseases, plagues, or fevers, kids have died before they were even 1 year old. Before the marriage, the couple had never seen each other. The girl, even at the wedding, could not take off the red handkerchief from their heads. After you vow you'll take care of the girl, you get to see her face. There is this lady between the two of the unknown's family who says, "Oh, your child can marry this guy." She takes her money and speeds away, not telling if he's a lazy as pig or always sick. In the olden days, in some towns there was a belief about a mother god that would give you peace, good harvest all year. So every year on whatsoever date, the humans would bring out the gods their best food, beef and pork, chanting an ancient poem that's like a message telling the gods and goodnesses that they brought a meal for them. Not many people knew all the jobs and the subjects you could possibly think of in the olden days. Oh, how hard it was to learn to be a teacher. Most men had no opportunity to have his brain filled with everything. Kids were really respectful to the teacher because not everyone could afford to go to school. No is not, I'll call you in a sec and I'll drive right to your house. No, and they didn't even know if their relatives were fine if they lived in Lohu from Sheko. Early mailmen had not so easy life delivering mail from house to house. People hand-wrote their messages, and if it was important, the writer would go on horseback and announce themselves. Communication with higher-leveled peoples mean bow down, head on the ground. Yeesh. Now that's one time I wouldn't want to go back to. What, do you expect people to hang around with no jobs on the street? That hardly seems likely. Most elder times had the same jobs as now, just in a different way. Basket weavers, seamstress, drinks and food stores. It's the same. The environments of people of different levels are totally different from nowadays. It wasn't always fair. The emperor had land and power. Well, farmers, yes, got land, but had to give things to emperor and the noblemen.